Hello. I hope everybody's having a beautiful Sunday and that life is going well for you. I want to speak on something very important, very simple. And before I start, let me wait for a couple people because I think this might just be a little different. It might hit a little differently because we don't think about it. So I want to speak on it. And I want it to be understood. I want you to hear what I'm saying, and I want you to open your minds just a little bit, because what I'm about to tell you, healing the right way, because we don't really think about, we don't really know how to do it. We hear everybody speak on healing, but we don't really know what it means. We don't know what it stands for. Many of us are confused. What's up, Tim and Miranda? How are you doing? Good evening. Good evening, Green Ivy. Present, huh? Good. I'm glad. I make a lot of videos, and my videos. Hey, Loretta. Hey, I can't say your name. Hello, Rose. Good evening, BX718. Hey, Nina, how you doing? I make a lot of videos, and my videos are based on relationships, love, and spirituality, and I combine all three in my videos. And I think many times the stuff that I speak is very simple, but is misunderstood, because I think we hear these things so often. We hear these things over and over, but we're not aware of what it really means. I'm doing great too. Thank you for asking. We're not aware of what it really means, and I want to bring some awareness. I want to speak on how to heal properly, because healing must be intentional. Matter of fact, healing is in the stillness. Healing is something that happens naturally when you learn to relax yourself, when you realize that this is life, when you learn to take things with different perspectives, right? When you learn to understand that things that happens, and when it happens, it's for us to learn from. It's not for us to feel pain or hold grudges from. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Beverly. Thank you so much. Because we almost experience things on this earth, because we were sent here to experience, not to criticize, not to evaluate, not to say what should have been, what should happen, what should have done, or what should have not happened. And I think we came here and we forget our purpose. So we complain and we think they should be like this. People shouldn't be that. People, the earth was created by a perfect being, whoever you call that being. So therefore, it is exactly what it should be. But we don't like how it feels. We don't like how we feel, so we think something is wrong, and we say we need healing. See, just because you don't like how the world is set up, right? Yes, it is live now, Rosado. How are you doing? Just because you don't like how it's set up or how things happen doesn't mean that you need healing. It's just that sometimes healing is simply accepting a reality that you just programmed to hate. Healing is just accepting what happens. Healing is looking at things differently, because many of us, we have one way of looking at things, and when we look at that thing one way, we suffer and we struggle, because that one way don't bring peace. It don't bring a lesson. It brings us judgment. It brings us suffering, and we don't learn. See, we think that life is meant to be looked at from one angle, and it's not. See, healing is not as hard as we think it is, but it must be intentional. You must be present and aware. The thing is, we are not present and we are not aware. All we are aware of is our feelings. And when you're stuck in your feelings, healing don't happen. When you are stuck in your feelings, it's very hard to experience healing. What you experience is emotions. What you experience is what you think life should be or shouldn't be. What you experience in your feelings is your own ego. It's not life. It's two different things. There's your ego and there's life. There's your expectations and here is life. We don't choose life, we choose expectation. When you choose expectations and feelings, we suffer and we say we need healing. You don't need healing. You need to be aware of what's happening. Listen, many of us are suffering, and this is what I want to speak about. Many of us are suffering because, let me go straight to the point. We want to put love on the top. What does that mean? I mean this. We want to build everything, build life, build relationship, have a job, have money, and then build peace. We want to have peace, love, and happiness at the top. So we're trying to grow into our happiness. Many of us still aren't at a point where we are happy or where we are in the frequency of love. or in peace. Many of us think that when we get to a point, it should be peace. Now, imagine this right here. Imagine this. Imagine if you build a house and the foundation is at the top. What do you think is going to happen? You are there? You are quiet. You are there still? Imagine building a house and the foundation is at the top, where the roof should be. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? But the vibration of love, to be able to see through the eyes of everyone. If you can that, then you can heal. Yeah. Good evening, Nog. Discord, how are we doing? Think about it. What if you build a house and put the foundation at the top? What happens? It crumbles. It must crumble. And many times that's what we are doing. We are trying to live life, get a good job, get a relationship, get this, get that, and bam, we find love and happiness and peace. That's not how it's done. Because let me tell you this, if you find happiness and peace and love at the top, guess what? Whatever it was built on, when it falls, that love is gone. Hey Kelly, how you doing? Seriously, whatever it was built on, whatever the foundation was built on, the love was built on, the peace was built on, whenever that thing breaks. See, that's why many of us get into relationship. You see the world backwards and upside down. Yeah. Listen, many of us get in relationships, and you know what we do? We're scared to death. We're scared of love. If we fall in love, what if he leaves? What if she leaves? What if she stops? What if he stops? What if he does this? What if he goes? And we get scared because we're building love on top of something. See, love should not be built on something. Peace should not be built on anything. And happiness should never be built on anything at all. It should be foundational. See, when you build the foundation of love and peace, listen, this is why when you are single, the best thing to do is create that love. And not just self-love is, not just in this place where we only say self-love is the best love when we become single. Because many of us, we only repeat that nonsense, self-love is the best love when we're single because somebody left us. We only want to create or repeat self-love is the best love after we get single. We never say self-love is the best love when we're in relationships because we change the trajectory of where we are going. We change where we need to be. We change the point. Listen, we got to stop doing that. It's not true. The truth is, when you are single, when you're alone, when you're by yourself, see some of us worry and stress and panic and we hate it and we suffer and we get annoyed and we get frustrated and we get this and we get that. And that's the point where you should be building your love, building your peace, building your happiness so that your happiness and peace won't be built on someone else coming or going. It won't be built on somebody else, their attitudes towards you. And then you're going to talk about, I lost myself. You can't lose yourself even if you try. The truth is you're right there, but you just don't like what you are seeing. See, many of you don't like what you're seeing, but you stay. You stay and say, I'm losing myself. See, some of you all talk about, I lost myself in a relationship. The longer I stay with him or her, I'm losing myself. No, you're not losing yourself. You're just seeing a place where you don't like, and you decide to stay because you think that you can't leave because you're a tree, you don't have legs. And I know, easier said than done, but it's not about easy or hard. It's about choices that we have to make. What's up, the girl next door? How you doing? I just saw you. Love and peace and not external facts. Exactly. But this is what we do. We build those things on things and people. And, people always want to ask you if you're happy, if you're this, if you have a job, you're happy, if you're relationship, you're happy. It's not about that. Listen, this is why we must understand, man. We must understand. Healing is a thing that if you listen to people, you're going to miss it. If people dictate what you should be doing, you're going to miss it. Healing is something that happens when you stay still. See, when you're at peace and when you learn to switch or change your perceptions or change your reality, healing happens because nothing is keeping you stuck. Many of us have one way of seeing life, man. Just one way. We see life one specific way because we have a belief system, we have a religion, we have this, we have that, what we were taught, what our grandparents told us, what our parents told us, and we see life that same specific way. And I think that's why our generations in the future and our parents, and our kids and our kids' kids is going to always suffer because we give them the same information that our parents taught us and they didn't have it. You know, we can't stay still because being still to us is boredom. We think that we are, you know, when we stay still, something needs to be, or something needs to occupy that space. We gotta be doing something else. Something should be done differently. We gotta be doing. Let's put something in that space. Listen, we have to spend time and be intentional in doing nothing, where our energy is relaxed, where our mindsets are relaxed, where our energy is at stillness, so that we can actually connect to the Creator. Be still and know that I am God. But we don't know how to be still. So when we are single, when we are by ourselves, we panic, we worry, we stress. Yeah, peace be still. We stress. We want and we desire. We have all these things that we think that a man or woman should be. We have all this confusion. And so in this singleness, in this stillness, we panic. It's uncomfortable because we are not used to stillness. See, every time it gets still, we get scared. Every time it gets quiet and lonely, we think something should be there, someone should be there. So we go seek that what destroys our peace. We go to seek that which brings confusion and distraction to the stillness. Healing is this right here. Healing is this. I keep hearing people keep saying, I keep hearing people always, when I make my videos, nobody is healed. Nobody is not 100% healed. Why are we sick? Everybody, I hear this so much, and it sounds good to many people. Nobody is 100% healed. Healed from what? From life? Life don't destroy you. And things that happen don't destroy you. Things that happen, if you learn to look at things as they are and not what your feelings are, you're gonna realize that things that happen is there to teach you. Don't take it personal. But how do you not take it personal? Why do you take it personal? We ain't here for that long to have our time being wasted on taking it personal. We ain't here for that long. Listen, we only here for a few years. I've been here for 43 years, and God knows I've learned in my last 9 years. Don't take it personal. It's just a part of this journey, understanding myself, understanding the third dimensional realm that we live in, understanding that time and space create things. Understanding that resistance is a part of this journey, because now, as we are traveling through time and space, naturally, the conditioned mind will create resistance. Because we think that we don't like how something feels, so we create resistance. See how, do you see like how we call things negative energy? Negative vibe? Why? Because it feels off. So it's bad. Bad vibes. It's bad energy. There's no such thing. It's just energy. But we are so conditioned in thinking that whatever we don't like is wrong. Just because it feels wrong to us, we think that is a bad thing. Just because it feels wrong, we think, so we begin to resist it. I was telling someone today, you're learning to become good. Listen, I'm telling you, we are so full with doctrines, man. And we don't even realize how filled we are, and we can't be free. Everybody keeps saying, you know, healing is, you know, you can't heal 100%. But what can't you heal from? No, I understand. Some of us been through some things. We've been through some rough things. Some of us been through some rough things. Some of us have seen some rough things. Some of us have seen some worse than others. I ain't gonna lie. I get it. I understand. But we have to understand that this journey is too short to hold on to it. This journey is not that long. These few years that we have, and you know, many of us are going to get to age 65 and realize, shit, what I've been doing all this damn time. I've been trying to fight things that I couldn't change. I think what bothers people is the mind. How the thoughts go. How your thoughts affect you. I think that's what bothers people. Sometimes we try to have peace, but our thoughts F with us. It F's with us. Oh my God, we can't find peace because our thoughts are just punching us in our face. Show the people that are in your life when it's present, the peace brings worrying about losing someone to experience an event that to happen. Doing so creates you. Fair facts. But how do you silence your mind? It's your mind. It's your thoughts. But how do you stop your thoughts? You know, you don't have to stop your thoughts. You can actually change your thoughts. Do you know you can change your story? You can change your conversation. You can change your idea. And you can change your words. You can change your thoughts too. I don't know why we think that we can't change our thoughts. It's just that because we are so used to being unintentional. We are so used to just doing what comes naturally. We are so used to just being programmed to do and react. We are making choices even though we don't know that we are making choices. Do you know life is full of choice? Life is all choices, decisions. And we are used to making so much decisions, but we don't think that we are. Like for instance, seriously, like for instance, right? Like for instance, when somebody does something or say something and you get angry, that's a decision that you are doing. Hey Cosmo, how are you doing? You are actually creating a decision. You are actually deciding to be angry. And even though the decision is unconscious, it's still a choice. We are choosing emotions. We are choosing our words. We are choosing our reaction. We are choosing what we're doing, and we think that it's just happening. Nothing just happens. We choose. When I understood that, I began to be more intentional. I've understand and realized my mistakes and choices of relationship. But sometimes there are blessings on both sides from the people that come into your life. But don't people listen? Those ain't mistakes, man. Those ain't mistakes. There is no peace in a pessimistic attitude. Facts. Listen, it's true. But you know those relationships that we've been in, those ain't mistakes. Those are mistakes. Those are mistakes. We don't make mistakes as adults. We make choices. We make decisions. We don't make mistakes. Ain't not one. You know when I learned that? You see, here's the thing about healing. That we don't even realize that what's been crippling us for a long time. You know what? Do you know one thing that cripples us big time? Is thinking that since your sin's gonna be forgiven, you know, you could just do and say and react and do things. And because imagine this. Every time I think I'm okay, that damn mind just pulls it back. Listen though, Kelly, listen. This thing about the mind, right? Here's the mind. The mind is one of your tools that you have. You can use it anyhow you want to use it. You can use it to remember, or you can use it to create, or what you call imagine. You can use it to remember or imagine. Listen, whatever comes to your mind doesn't mean that it's something that's currently happening. I think when something comes to our mind, something that we don't like, something that's uncomfortable, something that reminds us of something that we didn't like, what happens? We begin to focus on it. We begin to panic. Understand? I went to combat 5 times. Things come to my mind. Memory comes. When they come, nothing happens. Because I understand it's a memory. It's a memory. Smells, sight, sound brings back memory. Like if I'm driving one day, or if I'm walking and I hear a loud boom, memory comes back instantly. Seriously, the memory comes back and I gotta awaken in that moment. Because something throws off. Listen, I'm telling you, I've been to combat 5 times. So when I hear a gunshot, or a tire just pop, boop, or boom, or something, I go back, but I realize it's my choice. Let me come back. So our senses affect our memory. So when the memory comes, it just means that the body and the mind naturally is alive. So when the things come to your mind, you ain't got to do nothing. See, many of us, when things come to our mind, we have to fight. We try to resist. We try to stop. Don't try to stop your mind from doing what it does. You ain't trying to stop your heart from doing what it does. You ain't trying to stop your kidneys from doing what it does. Don't try to stop the mind. This is our big deal. This is a huge deal. We try to stop the mind from doing what it does. Don't think. Don't think. Don't think. Oh, my Lord. No. That's not how it works. Let the mind be what it is. You want to be free? Let the mind roam. Let the mind roam, because you cannot stop memory. You can't stop where the mind goes. See, healing is understanding that the mind does whatever it wants sometimes. And all you have to do is accept it or not. You can accept it or you can fight it. If you fight it, it brings anxiety, don't it? Do you realize that when you fight where your mind travels to, it builds anxiety? It builds a resistance. And whatever you resist comes to you even more and faster. Because you send in energy. If you try to resist the mind, see, listen, the mind, one thing about the mind is that the mind don't know what you like or what you don't like. The mind don't know that. The mind don't know what you enjoy or what you don't enjoy. If you hate something, The energy that you send with the hate. See the energy that the hate gives. The energy brings nothing back, because it's energy. So whatever you feed energy, it grows. Energy. The more energy I send to this tree, the tree grows. The energy I send to this thought, the thought grows. The energy I send to this child, the child grows. Or the situation, it grows. Whether it's love or hate. Sometimes, do nothing. You don't want it to grow? Relax. Don't feed it. You can't feed the dog and expect the dog not to follow you home. You can't feed the stray dog and the stray animal and expect them not to follow you home. You can't feed your dog and expect it not to grow and to stay a puppy all his life. No, you can't feed your child and expect it to be a baby, or it grows. Whatever you feed, it must grow. Listen, when the thought comes, relax yourself. It's just a memory. You know, healing is very simple. It's just that human beings have the power to inflict pain from a thought. No other creator, no other creation does it. The dogs don't do it. The cats don't do it. The trees don't do it. The flies don't do it. Just using your thoughts to freeze up. It's only because your memory. See, many of us are suffering our memory. I want you to understand what I just said. Many of us are suffering our own memory. We are taking our memory to suffer. Listen, your memory is used for two things. To learn or to suffer. That's it. What else? Either you learn or you suffer. It's called memory. You learn or you suffer. If you're going to make you suffer, it's your choice. It's always a choice. I want you to understand, in healing, when it comes to healing, everything is a choice. Every single damn thing is a choice. Everything. And when you learn that you are choosing to feel this, choosing to think this, choosing to be this, choosing to respond with this and react with this, understand, you're going to become aware. See, many of us, the problem is, many of us have belief systems and religions and all these things that tells you it's okay to do this and do that, ask for forgiveness. No, imagine this right here. Imagine, just imagine this. If you knew that there was no forgiveness for your words, your actions, your behavior, would you keep doing the same crap that you're doing right now? Think about it. That's called accountability. Hey, Becoming Helen, how are you doing? That's called accountability. But many of us are abusing that. Just because we can go and say, hey, I'm sorry. Oh, God, my bad. Imagine. Oh, thank you, Cosmo Fire. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. But seriously, Cosmo Fire, that was very generous of you. Thank you. I want us to understand that everything that we do is a choice. You see how much power that is? That's taking your power back. See, we give up our choices, then you give up your healing. If you give up your choices, you give up your healing every time. Listen, here's my word. Here's my reality. Here is my perception. Here is my lesson. Now is the time to create love. To tap into love. Now is the time. Now. Now is the time to create love. Now is the time to create peace when everything is ugly. Listen, seriously. I want you to understand this one thing right here. People will still act the same. People forget that our bodies are mortal. And I'm telling you, I want us to understand now that you are low and tired and drained is the best place to create the foundation of love. Please let me know if you understand what I'm saying. Let me tell you a secret. You all want to know a secret? Now that you are the lowest, you feel terrible, you feel annoyed, you are traumatized, you are sick, this is the best time to create love. When you're single, when you're by yourself, it is the best time to build a foundation. Let me tell you a secret. This is why we can't build a foundation. Because when we're trying to build love, we always focus on the feeling. I feel so lonely. It's just a feeling. Do what you must do. I feel so tired. Do what you must do. I feel so stuck. Am I helping anybody? I feel so stuck. It doesn't matter what you feel. Do what you know for a fact you should be doing. Listen, when you are in an unknown place, your feelings are trying to connect to make you think that you know where you are. You don't. Be okay with not knowing where you are. Be okay in not knowing what you are. Be okay in not having an identity. It's okay. Because those feelings that you keep taking back, those feelings that keeps coming back is just trying to tell yourself, this is who I am. This is normal. I recognize. No, don't try. Listen, everything should look brand new. It's okay. Listen, in this place, yes, man, in this place where you are trying to heal and love yourself, understand your love must be a decision, not a feeling. Somebody say amen. I'm telling you, hey, Queen Mover, how you doing? Your love must be a decision, not a feeling. You can't decide to love yourself and then believe the feelings that come from loving yourself. Listen, when you decide to love yourself, the ego is going to say, but that's not what you do. Remember when they don't like you. Remember this. Remember that. You remember how he treated me. Remember how she treated me. The ego is trying to recognize where you're at. Don't let it. Let it be unknown. Let it be unaware. Let yourself be in a new place. Let yourself be in a new place. I feel lonely. I feel so drained. I feel so tired. I feel like they don't care. I feel nobody loves me. That's just feelings that the body is used to. Let me tell you about something. Right? Let me explain this. And I hope this makes sense to you guys. Let's say when you are in an emotion of anger. When you're in an emotion of anger, in that emotion, if you held an emotion of anger for 5-6 days, like some of us do, complex grief, I'm on a new healing journey. You are helping. Amazing, D. Amazing. Let me tell you. Hey, Rosado, let me tell you this. When you are in a frequency of anger or sadness, imagine anger, sadness, resentment, hate, malice, jealousy. When you are in that vibration, understand that your emotions is your foundation, and your reaction, your thoughts, what you do, your action is built on the foundation. Understand when you are in an emotion and you are unconscious, because emotions are unconscious experiences. When you are unconscious in an emotion of anger or jealousy or bitterness, your actions and your thoughts begin to be in harmony with that emotion. When you are in harmony with that emotion, when your speech, when your actions, and when your thoughts and your feelings are in tune, you begin to build. That's what manifestation is. You begin to manifest. You begin to build. Okay? Do we hear that so far? I'm gonna bring it home for a second. In a second. You begin to build from that emotion. So when you are in anger, that's why the book said never allow the sun to go down in your anger, right? Because you are building. You don't know what you're building. You don't because you can't see it yet. And you know when you're gonna see it? When you say, okay, I'm gonna try to do better. I'm gonna stop being angry. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna be happy now. Now you become aware of your anger. When you become aware of your anger, you see everything that you have been building while you was angry, relationships, thoughts about yourself, feelings about yourself, life, perception, all your realities that you've been building all this time, now they become aware to you. Oh, shoot. So when you start your journey of happiness, everything that you have built, you're going to see it. So now you're going to be like, oh, every time I try to stop, everybody comes. Here comes these things. Do we ever realize that? Every time I say I'm going to stop, everybody comes. And here comes these things. Why? Because in that anger, that resentment, that bitterness, you are building onto that emotions. And whatever you build, you have to destroy. Listen, this is your time when you recognize what you have built. You have to face what you have built. See, some of you can't face what you have built because you don't like it. It makes you feel weird. So you wanted to give up. So when you start your healing journey, when you start your self-love journey, your self-peace journey, when you come face to face with what you have been building all these years, with self-hate, with anger, insecurities, with self-judgment, when you face what you have built now, you can't continue to, because now the feelings come back. See, because in this life, whatever you build, you're going to leave landmarks that reminds you of these feelings. See those feelings that you had all these years? You're going to leave landmarks that bring those feelings back. It's called familiar. Y'all don't get it? Am I saying it wrong? Good morning, Maya. How are you doing? Of the ego. It allowed the ego to destroy. It caused pain. And listen, I agree with you, Tim. Thank you so much for asking and for this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Queen. I'm doing great. Listen, y'all don't understand. Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all don't get what I'm saying. Please let me know if y'all get what I'm saying. Because I want to understand. I want y'all to understand. Somebody asked me, why are you always in a good mood? Because I know what bad moods do. I know what bad moods create. I know what that energy creates. I don't want that. I don't want to face that tomorrow because I decided to stop my attitude. So let me make a choice. Oh, you cussed me out? Let me make a choice to react how I want to react. Let me make a choice. See, listen, if you want to heal, you have to be intentional. You got to be intentional. Wait, the gym can't. Yeah, the girl next door? For real. For real. Let me explain that even a little deeper. See, many of us are overweight. A lot of people are overweight. And you notice that it's not that you eat a lot or that you're lazy. It's because you carry a lot on your mind. You know, there's an energy body and there's a physical body. And the energy body and the physical body matches. It's a mirror of each. Like, for instance, if you think that you are doing so much, you are a single mother or a single father, nobody helps you, you do everything on your own, you work hard, you provide, you take care of your kids, you do this, you do that, you gotta take them to the basketball games, you gotta take them to sports, you gotta play with them. The father or the mother ain't present, nobody helps you, nobody gives you love, nobody gives you nothing. You're gonna realize that you're doing so much. And then you're gonna realize that you have pain in your shoulders. And you're gonna realize that you got a pain in your neck. Your neck is always tight. You have all this tension. Why? Because you are carrying the world on your shoulders. So if you are carrying so much, you carry things up here on your head, on your shoulders. So the energy body begins to tell the physical body, hey, listen, pain in my shoulders. Pain. Put the pain in their shoulders. Put the pain in their neck so that they can recognize that they are carrying too much in their heads because the head is too heavy. So what the body does, the body begins to, can you hear me? The body begins to create mass. It begins to gain that weight. It begins to add mass to your body so that it carries what you are carrying. It's too heavy. That's why no matter what you eat, no matter how much you work out, no matter how much time you go to the gym, it doesn't change. Because you are carrying too much up here. So therefore the body stays. Your body, see, a lot of those weight that you're carrying is not because you are eating too much. It's because you are thinking too much. As above, so below. If your mind is heavy, your body has to follow through. It has to follow suit. It has to be in harmony with your mind. As above, so below. It has to be in harmony. So many of us are trying to lose the weight up here, but we don't know this. So we keep carrying the weight and trying to get frustrated at what we eat, what we drink, and we can't shake it off. You have to become aware. The energy body and your physical body is the same body. As within, so without. So I want you all to know everything is a reflection of up here. Healing is not as hard as we think. Healing is doing what you know, not what you feel. Many of us, no matter what we know what to do, but we do what we feel. Let me say that again. If you want to be aware and conscious and heal, it's not about what you feel, it's about what you know. Do what you know. No matter how much you desire, how much you want, what you want, who you want, do what you know. If you know it's wrong, listen, you can't know it's wrong and do it anyways because you feel like doing it. Let me tell you this. A nation or a kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. It must fall. When you go against what you know, you must fall. Because you are the kingdom. Thy kingdom come. When you go against your own self, when your own knowledge, your own experience, you suffer. This is why we are always suffering. We don't need healing, we need awareness. We need acceptance. Because honestly, the truth is, everybody ain't sick. The truth is, everybody ain't sick. The truth is, some of you ain't nothing wrong with you. Some of you need healing because somebody left you. You don't need healing, you need to accept it. Somebody broke up with you, you don't need healing, you need to accept it. Somebody divorced you, you don't need healing, you need to accept it. Somebody don't love you, it's not healing that you need acceptance. Some of you don't need healing. Some of you all need acceptance. Number two, some of you all need to understand that no matter what your goal is, your feelings are going to always be there. I wake up in the morning to go to the gym. Every morning at 5. Guess what? Sometimes my alarm goes off. And I'm like, I don't feel like. So? So what if I don't feel like? But I'm still tired. So? But I went to sleep late. So? But I went to bed 2 hours ago. So? Commitment is commitment. Doesn't matter what you feel. And that's what you need to adapt. It's not that you don't need... Listen, I'm telling you, some of you are going by your feelings. Some of you are just only going by your feelings. That's why it's taking so long. When you decide to start this self-love journey, understand, feelings are going to come. Loneliness, annoyance, disturbances. They're going to come. Feeling of anger and resentment, they're going to come. So what? Keep focused on what you want to love. Focus on love. More love will come. The body is self-healing. Facts. The body is very self-healing. It's all, listen, everything in nature is self-healing. The grass, the trees, the animals, the lizard, you cut the tail off, it grows back. Human beings, we have a stronger mind, but we're using the mind to go against ourselves. That's why it's so strong. Self-sabotage, right, Shining? The mind is very strong. But we are using our minds to go against what we want. And then we say that we're not perfect. I was having this conversation earlier today. This person is like, I'm not perfect and he's not perfect. And I'm like, but everybody is perfect. You just put in the wrong program. If you put the wrong program in your computer, you might think something's wrong with the computer. Keep your word because you will find it. Yeah! Just because you put in the wrong program into the computer doesn't mean that the computer is broken. You understand this? You think just because you have the wrong program in your mind, you think that we're not perfect. We are a creation of the Creator. Everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. I was telling somebody today, why you don't think, well, she said, no relationship is perfect. I said, how do you know? Why not? What does perfect look like? Everyone is perfect. If you cooking a soup and you put in seasoning and all these things in the soup, no matter what it tastes like, it's still perfect. It's just because of you. It's just because of your evaluations. It's because of your thoughts and your experience and your perception is why it's not perfect. You don't make things perfect or not perfect. You just learn to evaluate things as they are without judgment. The highest intelligence is to be able to observe without evaluate. And when we understand this, healing happens. The highest intelligence. You all need to repeat that. The highest intelligence is to be able to observe without evaluate. When you do that, understand this one thing. When you do that, you begin to free up space in your mind. And all the minds being busy and always running, it won't happen. See, everything that you look at, you got to judge it, you got to label it, you got to think what it should be, what it shouldn't be, how it should look, how it shouldn't look. Allow to just observe with no thoughts. Can you all do that? You see that right there? They don't teach us this. You know the reason why we can't find healing? Because you are still trying to evaluate things. How it should be, how it should have been, how it should look, how it should have looked, how God should do this better. You can't do God's job. You can't do God's job. Just be happy that you have a spot in God's world. But you can't do God's job. Let God fight his own stuff. Let God do what he does. Let God create what he creates. But you just learn to observe without evaluate. If you learn to observe, then you will see what happens to you. You won't try to judge yourself, because many of us are judging ourselves based on what people did to us. Ain't nothing wrong with you, but you're judging yourself by the way somebody treats you. That's not how you judge yourself. You can't judge yourself based on how you are treated, because you're not doing it, they're doing it. They're the ones who look at you. So what you judging? See, many of us are suffering because we have people, and we are carrying their pain. We are carrying their suffering. You ain't cheated, you ain't lied on them, you ain't cheated on them, but you are the ones suffering from their cheats and their lies. Listen, because you're carrying the wrong things, and therefore when you carry their things, every time their karma will follow you. Their karma begin to follow you because you're carrying that energy of cheating. Do you understand this? It's all about information. If I do something, and you hold on to it, and you say, I don't forgive you because you are battling with what I did. Understand, at that moment, you pick up the karma of it. So you wish them people suffer, but you begin to suffer. That's not your debt to pay. You begin to suffer because you begin to carry the energy. And everywhere you carry the energy, everybody will do the same things to you. Do you all see that? Have you all seen that before? When you don't forgive your ex or your ex-ex or your father or your person from years ago, notice that everybody does the same things to you because you carry the energy of it. You didn't do it first, but if you hold on to it, you begin to carry it. If you hold on to something, what do? You carry it. And if you carry something, consequences must follow. This is why you must forgive. As a matter of fact, I'm in a stage where I don't have to forgive anything because I don't take things personal. I don't have to forgive you because I didn't take offense to what you did. I don't give people the power to offend me. I don't give anybody that power to make me angry, to make me suffer. I think that's too. I think we're giving up our power. It's like people who complain about narcissists. He's a narcissist. Who cares what you call him or her? Why do you submit to them? Why do you submit your emotions to them? Because your emotions should be a choice. Does it make sense? If you stand on your own 2 feet, you ain't got to worry about who's a narcissist, who comes, who goes, because it's your own 2 feet. But we give up that power freely. Hey, you're a narcissist, right? Because he's a narcissist. He is, and now I can't see myself, and I don't like myself, and this and this and that. Listen, you have to stop giving up your damn power. It's yours to carry. You can't make somebody responsible for that. You really can't. Because it's too much for you. It's too heavy for you. It's yours. Carry it. Own it. Put it in your bag. Everybody want to be in their feelings. Everybody want to be, you make me feel. Listen, stop making people make you feel anything. Your feelings should be your source of energy. And it should be your source of manifestation. That's why we struggle. That's why we can't be wealthy. We can't be happy. We can't be peace. We can't have good relationships. Because we are giving up that power. You don't need healing. You need to understand what you are doing. Some of you ain't nothing wrong with you, but you keep hearing this trendy word, healing, and you just believe in it, so something is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You are carrying the wrong program. If none of your relationships are healthy, that means the program that you are carrying do not support healthy relationship. Change your program. And how you change the program? Practice the new feeling. Practice the new thought. Practice new affirmations. After a while, as you practice those things, you pick up the new program. Then, therefore, it begins to support your relationships. It's not because something is wrong with you. It's not because maybe it's not this time. It's not because I shouldn't be. I probably shouldn't be. There's no men. There's no women. There's a lot of men and women out there. But you're carrying the wrong program. Some carry programs for wealth. Some carry for whatever reason. You keep making excuses because you're not carrying the right program, but you're complaining about what you are getting and what you are doing. And it's time to take responsibility for your program, for your thoughts. You know, when I began this self-awareness journey, and I realized that my thoughts are my choices. That was the hardest part. Thoughts. How do you stop your thoughts? You don't stop your thoughts. You let your thoughts be. How do you stop them? Stop what? Why do you want to stop your thoughts? Let the mind do what it does. Because at first I was trying to stop them. Why do I try to stop my thoughts? The thing is, you have to be intentional. If I say, what do you want in a partner? You know what most people do? They tell you what they don't want. Well, I don't want a liar, and I don't want a cheater. That's not how the mind works. Right, Tim? For real. I mean, for real. For real. You know, it's not as hard as we think. If I ask you what you want to eat, I don't want chicken, and I don't want turkey. I didn't ask you what you don't want. The mind don't work like that. You can't tell the mind what you don't want, because that's what it brings. That's what it brings. It doesn't know that type, that style of connecting. It only know, don't think about the monkey. The monkey stays on your mind, don't it? Don't think about the color blue. You start seeing blue everywhere. You start matching blue. You start seeing greenish blue. You start seeing purple blue. You start seeing blue shades in the sky. You start seeing blue water. You start seeing blue screen. You start seeing blue everything. Like, why I can't get that? Because you are trying to resist it. Don't resist anything, because then that comes to you. Be okay with everything. Be okay with life. Whatever happened to you 20 years ago, it's happened. Just because the thought comes back doesn't mean that it's still happening. Whatever happened to you last week, last year, it's happened. You cannot change it from happening. You can accept it. Take the lesson. You see my pink elephant? You know what I'm saying? You gotta stop doing that. That's why healing is so hard, because you are stopping it. Human beings are the only we think that we are so superior. You know, human beings think that God is gonna destroy the world because of humans. Yet there's so many different more organs in this world. So many different more creations in this world. But we are so human focused. We think humans are the most powerful things. If you're so powerful, heal. If you are so powerful, be free. Well, no one is 100% healed. Healed from what? What happened? Everything happens. Everything happens. Every single thing happens. Let things happen the way how they are. Let things happen the way how they do. Let things happen how they happen, and see what happens. Seriously, let things be as they are. Don't change anything. You know, when I realized that when something happens in life, hey Mary Beth, how are you doing? When something happens in life, it took every creation and that moment in life, in the universe. It took everything in the universe. It took the sun to be this, the moon to be that, the planets to align with the sun and the moon, the bees and the birds and the humans and the elephants. It took them to be a certain spot to create in the collective consciousness that one thing to happen. Yet, you are fighting that one thing so much, not realizing that when you fight that one thing, you are fighting the entire reality, the entire universe. You can't do that. That's why you suffer so much. Do you guys get what I just said? Do you guys get what I just said? Do I get what I just said? That's why it is a foolish move. When you try to stop or fight something from happening, understand, at that moment you are fighting the entire universe. In everything that happened up to that point that created that energy, you are fighting everything. You cannot fight the universe. You can't. That's why you have to let things happen. It happened because it was perfect. And just because you don't like something, how it feels, doesn't mean that it's not perfect. Just because you don't like how it feels doesn't mean that it's a lie and it's bad. You know, as we call it, bad energy. There's this thing I asked one of my friends. He said, but what about bad man? I said, what is a bad man but a good man's teacher? He's like, what? He was talking about bad people. I said, answer my question. I said, what is a bad man but a good man's teacher? Bro, let me think about that for a second. Think about it. What is a bad man or a bad woman but a good man's teacher? And he's like, bro, I gotta think about this for a long time. I said, listen, learn. Learn from what you don't like. Learn from what you don't agree with. And you listen, in this life, I realized one thing in this life, on this journey. It's not my job to agree or disagree. It's my job to it's my job to observe. Right? Girl next door, for real. Feelings are like traffic. We try to direct the traffic, and it creates a traffic jam. Yes, man, boy. I like your mind. I like your mind. Listen, I'm serious. Healing, man. Listen, healing is trendy. It's a trendy word. Healing is trendy. What if there's nothing wrong with you, but you just don't like how you feel because you don't accept what happened? What if you accepted what happens? You know the person don't want you anymore. You know the person has moved on, and you know it's time for you to move on. What if you accept? What if that person's not being there make you begin to grow? What if that person's absence make you realize your presence? What if do you still need healing? No. Was it a bad thing? No. A lot of these things ain't bad. It's just your perception is off. Listen. In this state of being right now, this place where we're at, in your ugly state, your lowest state, your anxious state, your resentful state, your hateful state, this is time to build love. Don't wait for things to happen to love, because when those things collapse, love is gone. Don't put love on the top, put love on the bottom. Don't put your peace on the top. Don't build and build and build, and then bam, you find love. Don't do that. Don't have a job, a career, money, house, and a relationship, then find love. Oh, when those things crash, love is gone. Love is not the roof. Love is the foundation. It's the foundation. Please. When love and peace and happiness become your foundation. Thank you, Kelly. When love and happiness and peace becomes your foundation, you ain't scared no more. You ain't scared to love. Oh my God, I don't want to love you. Listen, you love easier because you realize, oh, I'm the foundation anyway. My love is the foundation. So whether you go or you stay, my foundation is still there. The only ones who are afraid to try and give love another chance is the ones who put love on the top. Accepting this life is the greatest challenge. Facts. Like seriously, if you put love on the top, it's gonna crumble down. When those posts fall. Yeah, resistance causes the most pain. What are we resisting? What are we happy about? What are we sad about? Life is just lessons. We were sent here to pick up lessons. We were sent down here or up here, whatever this is. Down, up, left, right. I don't know what this is. I don't know. We think we know, but we don't know. For the one who thinks that he knows, realize that he knows nothing. But we were sent here, or put here, to experience. Not to be happy, not to be sad, not to be this and to be that and to pick up all these identities. It's just to, listen, go to the damn thing, see what it is, and come back. That's it. That's it. But you come here, you want to get hurt, and the whole journey now, your perception is off because you are hurt. Listen, when you are hurt, when you are in your emotions, your perception is emotional. It's not based on facts or truth. It's based on emotions. When your perception is based on emotions, everything triggers you. Everything triggers you. So you're not learning the lessons. You are learning your emotions even deeper. You're learning your ego. That's what you're learning. That's what we are learning here. That's why everything hurts. I asked this lady once, I say, how come we hurt so easily? Why are we so always hurt? Why are we always so easily broken? What made us? Who created us this way? Nobody did. But we are too consumed with our own ego. We are human-centered. We think that it's not that serious. That's the ego that's trying to survive. So everything you feel this, you feel that, I feel this way, I feel that. What if relationships shouldn't feel the way how you thought it would feel like? What if relationships shouldn't even feel? I met this lady once and she told me about I want a man that can make me feel and this and that and this. I said, nah, I'm not the one. Because I ain't making you feel a damn thing. That's your feeling is your choice. What do you mean? No, your feeling is I ain't the one for that. You got the wrong one. I thought you was conscious. No, not that type of conscious. You think that you can, because I'm conscious, I can make you happy. No, I can't make you happy. I can't make you happy. Even, listen, listen, listen. If Jesus was your man, you will still be insecure. Seriously, if Jesus was your man, you will still be insecure. Still. Because you know why? You think that you're better than me, Jesus? I'm serious. You make me feel so. You a goody two shoes. Listen. It's not about who you are with. Who you are with don't mean a damn thing. It's what you are. Even if you was with Jesus, if he was your husband, you would have been triggered every damn day and think it's his fault. So I say, oh, you got the wrong one. I ain't the one for that. That's your business now. I'm out. I'm not curious because I don't want a woman to make me feel all these things. Oh, so well, walk on water. Geez, so I'm serious. No, I'm serious. You have to complain. People are triggered by their own minds. It's not about nobody else outside of them. Listen. Winston Churchill says, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do no harm. I hear a lot of women keep saying, Jesus is my husband. If he was your husband, you will always be insecure. You know, always, Jesus put his head down. What happened? You know, I'm going to meditate. On what? Like, can I come with you? No, by myself. So you don't like me now? So you don't want to come with me? You don't want me to come with you? See, you're doing some shady stuff, Jesus. I know all these bitches want you. Hey, listen. I'm serious, too. I'm not joking. I know all these women looking at you because you Jesus and you just think that you just holy. I know. Listen, if you are triggered, you're going to be triggered. No matter who you with. This lady, she said, you know, I know you want a woman to make you feel all this stuff. I don't know. I don't need that. I don't need all of that. I don't need all of that. I don't desire all those feelings. My feelings is my choice. I'm very intentional with my feelings. So your woman must make you feel. No. That's not her place. That's not her. Hey, listen, that's not her place. My feelings is my place. I don't expect that much from a woman. I can't. I don't want to. And I want her to be in herself that she don't expect that much from me. Because I ain't nobody's savior and she ain't my savior either. For real. You have to complain. Man, listen. When I learned, when I began this journey and I learned how to love intentionally, on purpose, for no damn reason. When I developed this experience on the inside, I don't care what you are, who you are, how you are, what you do. I don't expect that from you. That's what I do. Because it's whatever you do inside, I don't need nobody specifically to bring it out. Do you understand this? Whatever you are, you don't need nobody to bring it out. It will come out. It comes out. She ain't got to touch me this way. She ain't got to talk to me this way. She ain't got to love me this way. I don't require that from you all. That's not my place. Let people be. You create this love on your inside that makes it come out because you want it to come out, not because they do something for it. See, this is why this influence of people, you gotta make me feel, make me do this, make me, I don't want that no more. I had that when I was younger. I expected her to make me feel this, to make me feel that, to make me, and I would get bored, and if it's not, no, now, oh, I'm never bored. Because I don't depend on anyone to give me those feelings no more. When I learned that, I knew healing was my choice. When I learned that, I knew healing was my choice, my decision. My dear friend, Kelly, if you're still there, remember, your feelings is your choice. Practice those feelings. Healing, happiness, fulfillment. What's within must come out. It must come out. You have to trust it. If you embody those feelings, that vibration, the vibration begins to change everything on the outside. What's inside must come out. If you can feel healthy, healed, and happy on the inside, and love and peace on the inside, the outside must experience the same. But before the outside must be, before the outside is experienced, everything that you have built, you must face them first. That's where everybody stops on their journey. When they begin to face what they have built throughout the years of with their anger and their mindsets and their hate, they quit right before they reach that overcoming place where they begin to see their feelings manifest. Don't let that be you. Remember, you have built so much in that anger, in that fear, that insecurities. You have built up so much. You have to face those things first. After you face them and you realize, okay, I understand, and you break them down, you begin to see your labor of your love and your peace and your happiness, and let it be so. Healing is intentional, but you must be patient. You must be present, and you must experience it every day. If you choose to be present every day, healing happens in that same moment. If you choose to be present, healing happens in the present. And if you can be present every day, you can be healed every day. Yeah, that glow. Facts. So listen, my phone about to die. I'm in this car. You all know I'm still in the hotel. And my kids are stuck are loud, so I come in my car. I made a video yesterday and said, I don't have a place to stay. And people are like, you don't have a place to stay? No, I don't have a house yet. I'm in a hotel. And people are like, oh my God, you don't. No, not like that. Yeah, that Power of Now was one of my first books I ever read maybe 10 years ago. Very powerful book. Thank you, Rosado. You all, listen, have a peaceful day. Listen, thank you all for subscribing to my channel. Thank you all for listening to watching my videos. Thank you all for the likes and the comments. I appreciate it. It's helping me grow my channel. I come on here to speak on different perspectives, not on the same things that we hear all the time. I come to talk about behind the scenes stuff. I speak about behind the scenes. I don't speak about the typical, basic, normal, everyday lingo. I come on here. My Instagram is conscious_reality. Same as this one. Conscious_reality is my Instagram. Thank you, Rose. Thank you. Listen, you have a beautiful day, a beautiful night. It's 11 o'clock here. I'm about to go inside and relax a bit to wake up in the morning for the gym. You all be blessed. Happy Sunday and happy Monday. Welcome Monday. Peace, all right? I'm out. Bye. Good night. Good night, Loretta.